Good evening and welcome to PROLEARNZ Power Talk, a platform where inspiring conversations ignite learning, leadership, and transformation. I'm Dr. Shanoli Ray, founder and director of PROLEARNZ Future Skills and Leadership Academy, and it is my pleasure to host today's episode. At PROLEARNZ, we are committed to empowering students, educators, professionals, and future leaders through industry aligned training, professional certifications, leadership development, and transformational learning experiences. We are also excited about the launch and expansion of PROLEARNZ Future Skills and Leadership Academy in Kolkata with centers at Behala, Salt Lake, and upcoming Narendrapur, creating new opportunities for learners to build future ready skills and leadership capabilities. Today's theme is one that touches every aspect of our lives: choosing what matters, the art of setting priorities. In a world full of distractions, opportunities, and demands, the ability to choose what truly matters can be the difference between simply being busy and living with purpose. To guide us through this important conversation, we are delighted to welcome Ms. Deepali Mehta, founder of DEESHA, Way to Happy Mind. With over 2 decades of experience in education, emotional well being, curriculum development, and teacher training, she has dedicated her life to helping individuals build resilience, self awareness, and happier, healthier lives. Today, she will share practical insights on aligning priorities with values, making confident decisions, and creating balance for long term success and well being. So let's begin this inspiring conversation. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Deepali Mehta to PROLEARNZ Power Talk 5. Welcome,
Thank you.
Deepali, to PROLEARNZ
Thank you.
Power Talk series. Let us
Thank you. It's my
start.
pleasure to be here.
Yes. So let us directly jump into the questionnaires. Uh, Today's first question is: in today's world, most people feel busy but not necessarily productive. How can we distinguish between what is urgent and what is truly important?
Yeah. It's a very important thing, to understand what is urgent and what is very important. Because generally, what happens, urgent tasks are always in front of us. They demand attention. They are like they have some immediate deadlines. So we are always end up focusing on urgent tasks. But it is very important to differentiate between urgent and what is important. So if you have ever heard about Eisenhower's matrix, it very clearly explains what is urgent and what is important. So I'll explain it the same thing in very simple way for us to understand. See, when a task is urgent and also important, like some medical emergency is there, then definitely that is urgent and that is important. So definitely it needs your first attention. But when some task is not so urgent, but though it is very important, like suppose you have to invest yourself in some training, then that is important, but though it is not that urgent, you can just plan for it. So for that, what is needed is you need planning, you need to schedule it properly in your timetable, and all those things are required. But then there are some tasks which are urgent, but they are not very important. Like suppose, for example, you have to pay some bill, which is very urgent because definitely it has a deadline. But think about it. Can you delegate that task to someone? Then please go ahead and delegate it. Once you understand the importance of delegating tasks, your life becomes very easy. You are never confused between, urgent and important. Now, when we come to the fourth part, where you can understand whether the task is not important and not urgent. It is not even important for you. And if you really think about it, it is not even that urgent. Then just leave it. It's not necessary that your focus is needed on all the tasks that come in front of you in a day. So please learn this. Please understand this, that to differentiate between urgent and important, once you understand this task, your life becomes very easy and you will find a lot of time in your hand to do more things.
Yes,
So I
beautiful.
would say that I would just, give one question for all our viewers, that whenever you come across any task, you think like, are you spending most of your time, yeah, that is reacting to the urgent tasks that you have, or are you investing in the important tasks to improve your future? If you are ending up, doing all urgent tasks, that means you really need to sit down and think, because not everything can be urgent in a day. You will be totally tired by end of the day. So please understand and go ahead like this, differentiate between urgent and important.
That is the thing. I was also thinking ki now onwards, I must start planning all with all
Yes,
these things.
yes.
Uh, so
Planning is the key for everything.
yes, at the end of the day, most of the time, I also become very much exhausted.
Yes, yes.
Uh, okay, now let us come to question two. You have worked extensively with children, parents, educators, and communities. What are some common reasons people struggle to set the right priorities in life?
Uh, yeah, that's rightly said. I have seen many times that people, they fail to prioritize in life because there is no clarity with them. They are not clear of what matters the most to them. They come under peer pressure, sometimes under society pressures. Sometimes there is no clarity of the goals that they have in life. And when there is no clarity, definitely you don't know what is the plan ahead, and then you get confused. You end up choosing and either under peer pressure or society pressure, or that circumstantial pressures are there sometimes. So if you want to have right priorities in life, I would say self awareness is the first key to it. Understand what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and definitely work towards your goals accordingly. And self reflection. I have come across very few people who really sit and reflect. When you reflect, definitely you choose the right priorities in life, because you understand from your failures or you understand from your success both. So self reflection is the key to it, to have right choices in life.
Yes, I also always encourage everybody to do
Self.
self-reflection. I do it myself also regularly.
That's
It
great.
also helps us to improve ourselves, no, in
Yes.
different areas.
It gives you a lot of growth in every phase of your life.
Areas, yes. Okay, now come to our next question. How can someone align their priorities with their personal values rather than societal expectations or external pressures?
Yes. So as we were already, talking about it, the first point is to distinguish between what is urgent and what is important. One, that clarity is there, then you can do self reflection of all the things that you're doing in a day. You need the clarity of the values of your life, the goals of your life. Once you're clear what are your values, what are your goals in life, definitely you will make choices and prioritize those things which are in alignment with the values of your life. So for this, what you can do first is, whenever you are facing any choice in life, or if you have to make any important decision, the first point is you pause. Pause means you never react immediately for anything. You just pause and think for a minute. What you have to evaluate there? You have to evaluate that whether this choice is aligning with values of my life, with the goals of my life, with the future that I want. So first you pause, then you evaluate, and then you make a choice. So there are the three steps. If these three steps you follow, you will never make any choice which is not your priority, because this is definitely you are thinking, you are reflecting, you are pausing, and then you are making a right choice which will benefit it you for you in long term. See, many choices that you make, sometimes they may not show any results immediately, but definitely they will be helpful for you for your good future. Why? Because you have followed these three steps. You have paused, you have reflected, you have evaluated, and then you have made a choice. So these are the steps you should follow.
Okay, everybody must follow these kind of steps.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, next question is, many people experience guilt when choosing one responsibility over another, whether it's career, family, health, or personal growth. So, how can they make confident decisions without feeling guilty?
Rightly said. There are so many
It's a
points.
common situation,
Yes,
actually.
yes. And especially I feel in women, there is a lot of guilt when they have to choose sometimes between professional, personal life, sometimes between child's priority, your professional goals. There are a lot of times when you have to, make a choice and you end up feeling guilty. But here, everyone needs to understand one thing, that your priorities should change according to every different phase of your life. You cannot stick to one priority. Sometimes at the beginning of your career, definitely your career is your priority, right? But then once you move ahead in your life, you marry, you may have children or whatever. There are different phases in everyone's life. So your priority changes accordingly. So when you have to make choices at different phases of your life, why do people feel guilty? They feel guilty because of the fear of being judged by others, that they have this fear that, okay, if I make this choice, what will others think? What will society think? They have the fear of disappointing near and dear ones sometimes, because though they want to do something, but they have this fear that, my partner, my parent may not approve of this. So that guilt is always there, that fear is always there. There are sometimes, conflict between your personal values and your professional things, what you have to choose. So when there is a conflict, definitely that guilt arises if you have to make some choices which are not as per your values. So people feel guilty for this. But now, how can you make confident decisions? When will you make confident decisions? You can make that only and only, as I said, self awareness, which is very important. You have to work towards your self confidence. Your self confidence is your first strength. And self confidence you can work not only by, working on your skills, but also by learning to say no. When you learn to say no to the things that are not aligning to your values, then definitely you don't end up exhausted always. And when you're not exhausted, you are in right frame of mind to make right choices without feeling guilty. So I feel self-awareness, self-confidence, clarity of your values and goals, this will help anyone to, prioritize and make confident decisions, because guilt decreases when we stop trying to please everyone around us and start honoring what truly matters to us, right? When we are clear what truly matters to us, guilt will never bother you for the decisions that you have made.
Yes. That is why self-awareness, again and again you were
Is
repeating, that
Yes,
is very much important.
it is very much important.
Okay. Now the next question is, mental health and emotional well-being often take a back seat in our pursuit of success. How can we balance immediate demands with long-term physical and mental wellness?
Yes, this
That
is
is a
happen.
reality, actually.
Yes,
We
yes.
all are facing.
Yes, very true. And the simple solution to this is just follow your daily routine. Just don't do any laziness in following your daily routine. If you set your daily routine and you very in a disciplined way follow that, definitely your long term physical mental wellness will not go anywhere. You will have very positive mental health and physical health. So to follow daily routine, what all should you include in daily routine? So first and foremost is good sleep. Don't compromise on your sleep. If you sleep well, definitely your mind is refreshed in morning. You can make better choices, and you can have very good day ahead for you. So now, first is very nice sleep, and then when you are waking up for 1 hour at least, or as per your schedule, dedicate it to yourself, only to yourself, nothing else. When you are dedicating it to yourself, what all can you do? You can do meditation, you can do some exercises that you like, or do walking, jogging, whatever you like, some reading. I would say reading of any other books but newspaper in morning, because that again creates a lot of anxiety, and your choices for the day gets very troubled sometimes when you are anxious. So that 1 hour you work on yourself, and then you're set for the day. You're mentally very alert. You're physically feeling well, and there is one more thing that you can do is always maintain a journal. Maintaining a journal is like so important. Sometimes people feel that it's okay if I have skipped 1 or 2 days, nothing happens. But once you start maintaining journal, it will help you so much to reflect on yourself, to reflect on the days. As we are talking about self reflection, sometimes there are so many thoughts in our mind. We are doing so many things in a day, we forget. 2 days back what we were thinking. But when you write it in the journal and you revisit it after 2 days or 3 days, sometimes you have written a very big problem for that day. But after 2 days, when you go back to it, you will feel okay. This wasn't that big a problem, right? So writing in a journal is very important. This will work wonders for your mental health.
That a life example of myself, because once
Great.
I have started maintaining this writing journal. Actually, my life style, or the way now where I have reached, actually, this phase actually
Great.
happened after that. Earlier, I
You
was in.
manifested it. Yeah,
Yes.
you have manifested it for yourself. That's great. You know, even
So
one
I
more
would
thing.
also recommend everyone, those who will be watching the session, you must start writing
Right.
journals at least before sleep. 10 minutes, if you can keep to
Yes,
reflect on the day's uh, activities and writing some journals, it helps a lot.
absolutely. And even for your mental wellness, there is one more thing that I also practice, right? Have a lot of gratitude in your life. You know, be
Yes.
thankful for everything. If you can write at least
Three.
daily write one
I
thing
just
that you were
maintain
thankful
three
for that.
gratitude every
Huh.
day.
Yes,
Gratitude journal is separate.
separate.
Maintaining every day at
Yes,
least three.
3 things.
Uh,
Yeah.
we are
So by
grateful
end
for.
of the month, you will have 90 things you are grateful for. Imagine. And when we are sometimes sulking that I have nothing good in my life, but in your journal you have 90 things you were, very grateful for. So that really changes your perspective towards life.
Yes, that is the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now the next question is, if you could share one simple framework or daily habit that helps people focus on what truly matters and take purposeful action, what would it be?
Yes. So as I had already said, follow that framework. You stop, pause whenever you are making any choice. Then you think and you evaluate whether it is aligning with your goals, with the values of your life, and then you choose accordingly. Now, to do all these things, you need to be in right frame of mind, right? And how can you be that? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, now I
Yes.
can hear.
If you are throughout, busy investing your time throughout your professional life, sometimes coming home, watching some screen time, then, talking to others, but you are not spending a single moment with yourself, then this will never come, in a positive way. So to make purposeful actions, to have very good decision making skills, first and foremost is to understand what you are, what are your values in life, what are your principles in life, what do you see yourself in future. Once that clarity is there, definitely you can follow this framework of pause, think, and then act.
Okay. And now the last question. What is one thing people should stop prioritizing and one thing they should start prioritizing today onwards?
I would say stop prioritizing people's approval or expectations from you. Stop prioritizing that. That is not so important that everybody should approve you. It is generally not possible that whatever you do, everybody will approve of that. So stop doing that. Stop prioritizing that. And what should you start prioritizing? You should start prioritizing yourself. Think of yourself first. Think of your physical health, your mental health, your emotional well being. Invest time in yourself, develop some good hobbies, prioritize that. Whatever, how much ever you are busy, but at least 1 hour, as I said already, if you spend with yourself, if you invest in yourself, you will have wonders. You will see so much of positive impact in your work, in your relationships, in your decision making skills, and in your future success. So
Yes,
prioritize yourself.
absolutely agree with you. Keep, every day keep some time for yourself uh,
Yes.
to reflect on the day's activity as well as to be with yourself,
To be with
actually.
yourself, be your best friend. Just think how will if you're best friend is not
Even
feeling well
self-talk is
something.
very much
Yes,
means required.
very much important.
Hmm.
Very much important. See, if you're your best friend, now you will never feel lonely in life. Because just imagine when your best friend is not feeling well, definitely you will try to make them feel positive. So, but when you yourself are your best friend, definitely you will never feel low in life. Even if you're feeling, you will come back to your original mood, right? So, be your
Yes,
best friend, prioritize yourself, spend time with yourself.
yes. So thank you, Dipali, for such a thought-provoking and insightful conversation. Today's discussion reminded us that success is not about doing more, it's about choosing what matters most. In a world filled with endless demands and distractions, our priorities ultimately shape our decisions, our well being, and our future. I hope each one of you is leaving this session with greater clarity, renewed focus, and the confidence to align your daily actions with your deepest values. Thank you for watching PROLEARNZ Power Talk. If this conversation added value to your life, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Have a powerful story, expertise, or message to share? Register as a speaker through the link in the description box. Until next time, this is Dr. Shanoli Ray signing off. Keep learning, keep leading, and keep excelling. See you in the next episode. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deepali, once again.